Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is 2016, so I thought it would be fitting to start my first video of 2016 with my top 15 products of 2015. I know I didn't get a chance to film that much last year, but that should make this video kind of fun and entertaining because you'll be able to see all the stuff that I loved throughout the entire year last year. In no particular order, I'm going to start with the first thing, and that is my Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizer. I'm going to film kind of my acne skincare story here eventually, but this moisturizer, when I very first started using it, I think probably back in like February, it totally changed my skin and I immediately noticed a difference. My friends and family were noticing a difference in my skin. It just seemed to like really heal it. I was really careful about all the skin products I used before because I have really sensitive skin. But something about this, like, Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizer is awesome. This is my third tub already, so you can tell that I really love it, and this is actually brand new, so I'm excited to start fresh for this year. Keeping on, like, the moisture bandwagon, I guess, this is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. This is my all-time favorite chapstick, lip balm, moisturizer, whatever you want to call it. I cannot live without this. Like, I have one in my purse, I have one by my bed, I have one at work. When my lips are really chapped, this is the only thing I turn to like help fix it. And there's some lip balms that I feel like make your lips chapped more than it would be if it was just natural, and this doesn't at all. It like really hydrates my lips. I don't recommend wearing this like underneath lip products because it is super thick, and so it's more of like a conditioner rather than like a balm that you would throw on underneath, but I absolutely cannot live without this and I love it. As I'm sure you can tell, I didn't get a lot of time to film last year, and that was due to me working a lot of jobs, and one of those was basically working a 13-hour day, and so I turned to face primers. And I was never really one to use a face primer, so in my stocking last Christmas, Santa got me a little mini Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Yeah, that's what it's called. And you can tell that I'm like more than halfway through. I really only used this on those days that were super long, and it really made a difference. I really like the feeling of this primer too because it just has a really nice silky feel and really helped keep my foundation on all day. A favorite discovery of probably everyone for 2015 was the launch of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Before this, I was a like NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer person. Like, I went through like 3 or 4 tubes of that. I loved it. But when this launched, I have not picked up NARS since. The only thing that's kind of crappy is that the shade range is really difficult in this. I really wish they would like bring out more colors because I actually had a really hard time matching what color I would do. I have light warm, which I probably would need a different color now. I don't know. But it's just so creamy. I don't feel like it sits on my skin at all like some concealers do, and I feel like it blends into my foundation really nicely. And it's just like an overall really great concealer, and I am pretty sure that I will repurchase this when this tube runs out. Another launch this year that last year rather, that caught my eye was the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I remember the day I got this, and it was the day that it launched. I worked really near a Sephora, so I think I like went to work, sat at my desk, and then took a break and ended up walking to Sephora at like 10 when they opened because I wanted to make sure they didn't sell out, but they didn't sell out anyways. But I had just seen a lot of hype about this mascara, and it seemed like something that would work really well on my lashes, and I was right. It's what I'm wearing today. I've worn it a lot. I'm pretty sure this launched at the end of February last year. And this is my second tube already, so you can tell I really like it. The wand itself is just really kind of minimal. Like, there aren't very many spikes on it. It's really small. It does have a curve to it, but I really find it just gives you a lot of lift. And on those days when I'm like super tired and I forget to curl my lashes, which is really weird because I always curl my lashes, I realized I started using this without curling my lashes, and the claim is that you should be able to get the same amount of lift without a curler, and weirdly it actually curled my lashes and held a curl, so I don't know, I thought I did a pretty good job. I still curl my lashes on an everyday basis anyways, but in a pinch I think this will work without an eyelash curler as well. Another mascara favorite for 2015, because I'm all about the mascara, is the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes mascara. And this is actually in the box because I haven't opened it yet because I'm trying to get through other mascaras, but I had to repurchase it in the VIB Rouge sale that happened back in October, because this is my all-time favorite mascara, I'm pretty sure. It just really holds my curl. It makes my lashes look thick but not clumpy. It makes my lashes look long. It's just like an overall really great mascara for my eyelashes personally. So it is definitely, like, these two mascaras, the Benefit and the Tarte, are my top two mascaras for 2015. While I wore a lot of eyeshadow, there wasn't really any eyeshadow that stuck out to me as something that I would wear over and over and over. But last year was the year that I finally was able to pick up the By Terry Ombre Blackstars, and they're pretty expensive, so I actually bought like one in the very beginning and bought one as a gift and thought I would try out one before I bought more. But you can tell, as now that I have three, that I really like it. I'm wearing this one today on my eyes. It might be kind of worn off now, but it was, or is, the By Terry Misty Rock. And I find that it lasts all day long. I don't have to wear an eyeshadow primer and my eyes just stay looking really great all day. And I also have Bronze Moon and Brown Perfection. And I just find that when I need eyeshadow that's going to last all day long, like the day I would wear the Hourglass primer, I would also put these on because I know by the end of the day I would still be wearing eyeshadow, and it just was a perfect combination. And it's also really great because you can just like whip it on your eye, blend it out with a brush, and you're good to go, and you don't have to spend hours like mixing different colors together like eyeshadow. So it is definitely my favorite of 2015. I'm pretty sure this next product was in my 2014 favorites, and you can tell how much I love it, and it is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. It is pretty much the eyeliner I wear every day. I'm wearing Kat Von D today, but in general I will reach for this, and this is a brand new one because I ran out of my other one. But I think I've gone through like 3 or 4 tubes of this. It is just my all-time favorite eyeliner, and I wear it as much as I can. At the beginning of 2015, I was really pale, kind of like how I am now for the winter, and I struggled to find a bronzer that worked really well on my pale skin until I found this Body Shop Honey Bronzer, which you can actually tell is pretty much worn off because of how much I've used it. Here's the inside. It's just a really nice like bronze color without it being like too orange, without it being too dark, and I just find that it really gives my skin a lot of warmth, especially when I am so pale. And I don't know if I will ever technically hit pan, but pretty much all the honeycomb is worn off and I basically hit pan. So I will definitely be picking up another one, but it's just probably my most used bronzer of last year. Of course, when I got dark, like once it was August, I stopped using it just because it became too pale, but for the entire time that I was, like the first half of the year, this was the only bronzer that I used. So I think last year was the year of contouring. It hit the industry by storm. Everyone was using it, everyone was wanting it, all the different palettes came out. The one that grabbed my eye is the Anastasia Contour Kit, and what I really like about this is the colors in here, because you can tell that it's pretty pale for the powders, like the face powders, and then the bronzers are also pretty pale, and so I find that I can get away with using all of the colors in this palette, and that's kind of a pet peeve of mine if I buy a palette and I can't use all the colors. So the fact that I'm able to use all of these in one way or another is a bonus. I use this middle one to contour most days, and I can use this yellow one. I normally mix like these two light ones, the yellow and the peach, for underneath my eye, and then I tend to use this one as a bronzer, and so and then if I'm feeling extra tan I can wear this one, but right now I'm having to skip that one. But in general, I love this palette and I would highly recommend it. There is a time though, like when this very first came out and I swatched it, it did look a little muddy on my skin, so I have to make sure that I don't get like too pale or too dark, because I need to make sure that it works with my skin tone. But right now it's working, and it's been working for the last, well, since I got it, and I probably got it last, I don't know, end of the summer. So I really like this contour kit, and it's definitely the one that caught my eye. My most used blush of 2015 has got to be Tarte Exposed, and it is just a really strange bronzy, dusty rose mauve-y color, and I ummed and awed over this blush for a couple years before I bought it, and I finally just bit the bullet and was like, I keep looking at this, I should just buy it and see if I like it, because I was afraid I wasn't going to like it. But I turn to this blush whenever I don't know what blush to wear. I wear it most days. What I really like about it is I can wear it with a bright lip, I can wear it with a nude lip. It kind of just goes with everything at any time. Sometimes I don't want to wear like a coral blush if I'm going to wear like a blue pink lip. Like I feel like it might compete. But I know that if I put this on, I can put whatever lip color on I want. And sometimes I like to switch it up halfway through the day. So I know that this is just going to work throughout it. And I definitely think that this is probably my most worn blush last year. Getting down to the last few products, my favorite eyebrow product of 2015 has got to be the Hourglass. Is this the brow sculpting pencil? Arch brow sculpting pencil. I have it in soft brunette. Right now I feel like this is actually a little too dark. I've got a bit blonder in my hair, so I feel like my eyebrows need to be a bit lighter. But in general, and they came out with more shades this year, which is really cool. But in general, this has been my favorite eyebrow pencil. It has a spoolie on one end, and then I find that this nib is just really fast. I can actually, sometimes I use it like, it's gonna be hard to show you, but like sometimes I use it like this, but I can also turn it like flat across and be able to do this on days when I need to do my eyebrows really quickly, and I find that that width is just perfect for doing like my actual eyebrow. So this speed is really great, and the formula is really good, and I just tend to set it with an eyebrow gel and love it. It's definitely my favorite eyebrow pencil. My favorite shampoo of 2015 and the end of 2014 really has got to be the Perfect Hair Day Livingproof shampoo. I am not too fussed with shampoo in general. I kind of just use whatever one is available because I find conditioner way more important. However, before I use this, my hair gets really greasy really quickly. Like I was never one of those people that could go every other day washing my hair. Like I had to wash my hair every day, and it didn't matter what shampoo I used until this. Like the claim is that your hair feels cleaner longer, and I totally agree with that statement. Like there is something about this shampoo that keeps me from getting like greasy and oily, and it will actually like hold that state for a few days rather than just like overnight. So this bottle is actually empty. I need to grab another one, but it is the shampoo I turn to most days because I know it just works for my hair, and it's just my favorite. My favorite lipstick of 2015 is the color that I'm wearing right now, and it is a super, super expensive lipstick. It is the Tom Ford lipstick in Indian Rose, which I never hear anyone talk about. I hear people talk about Nude Vanille and Sable something or other, but never this one. I ended up going to Seattle for a work function, and they sold Tom Ford in their Nordstrom, and we don't have Nordstrom, or we don't have Tom Ford in my Nordstrom where I live here. And so I knew I was going to be able to go and like swatch all the colors and pick one out, like I was going to treat myself. And after like spending a long time at the Nordstrom Tom Ford counter, I settled on this one, and I am so glad I did. It is my perfect, like my lips but better without like going too nude. I find that when I'm really pale, that if I'm too nude on my lips or not wearing anything, that I just feel like it washes me out. And so this actually gives me a bit of color, and I just find it the perfect color. There's a bit of a funny story around this lipstick. Obviously it's really expensive, and the night that I got it, I was trying to put my lipstick on and I dropped it, and it like smudged on the carpet of my hotel because I was on a business trip, and my heart just sank, the fact that I had just basically destroyed my brand new lipstick. And I'm finally to the point now where you can't tell because I've used so much of it. In fact, I might have to get another one eventually. But yeah, my heart sank, and you know, such is life, you gotta live and learn. But yeah, this has definitely been my most worn lipstick last year. Last but certainly not least is probably everyone's favorite highlighter of 2015, and that has got to be the Becca Shimmer and Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is the Jaclyn Hill collaboration. We all love Jaclyn, and it is just the most beautiful peachy highlighter, and I think that's what makes this unique, is most highlighters are like pink or gold or champagne. I know the name's champagne, but this definitely leans peach, which I think is just why it's so perfect for a variety of skin tones. I was actually really worried that I was going to be too light for this highlighter when I very first got it. In fact, I didn't pick it up in the very beginning because I was like, oh, Jacqueline's super tan, I'm not going to be able to wear it. But the peachiness of it, I feel like gives you that warmth to your cheek like a blush would, so that even if you're really pale, you can still wear it because it gives you just kind of that glow. And then when you're tan, it gives you that like bronzy glow. It is just the perfect chameleon highlighter, and it is my most worn highlighter. I love it. I reach for it most days, especially because I love Jacqueline anyways. So definitely my favorite highlighter of 2015, probably everyone's favorite highlighter. So that wraps up my top 15 products of 2015. I hope you enjoyed this video. My goal is to film more this year in 2016, so if you don't want to miss a video, please subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video of 2015. 2015, oh dear. Are you staring at me? Never mind.